Hey, so I went to the July 6th date of Warped Tour at the Jacksonville Fairgrounds. I'm just going to use this video to explain how the day goes, the people I met, and the bands I saw. So starting out, when we first got to Warped Tour, the line to get in wrapped around nearly the entire field Warped Tour was set up in. And we even got there around 15 minutes early, but I'm sure people got there hours early. Tryhards, whatever. My shoulders fried just standing in line to get in. I put on SPF 50 in line while we were waiting. By the time we got up to the gate where they were scanning tickets, my friend was doing a little shoulder poke thing, showing how sunburned I was already. Yeah. Hot as hell. But upon entering the gate, not even 5 minutes into being there, we walked past the Icon for Hire tent. Ariel was there. And so we got our picture taken with her. I feel so bad because I was so nervous. I told myself, if I meet anybody, I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna be cool. I'm gonna chill out. I'm gonna be cool because they're just people. But no, I ended up pronouncing her name wrong. I was like Ariel, but it's Ariel. Ugh. And I actually, after her set later in the day, my friend and I went back to her tent to get some merch, and she was there again. So I got this bracelet. It was $20, and the reason it's kind of pricey is because Ariel actually hand makes all these jewelry pieces, which is actually really impressive. So it has the band's name on it, and it's hard to tell, but you can see their signatures right here, and then there's one right here in black. I think it was the other guitarist or the drummer that signed in black. The first band we walked by and saw was Escape the Fate. I'm not a huge fan of theirs, but my friend's boyfriend was. They sounded pretty good live. I was also kind of surprised that the crowd seemed relatively small, because I know Escape the Fate's been around for a long time, and I thought they would have a bigger crowd. But throughout the day, I realized that I just think the kind of music they play at Warped Tour doesn't really have a big enough scene in Jacksonville. Because even later at the day at Black Veil Brides, I was surprised that I wasn't able to make it to their show until they were already on stage, because I was watching Icon for Hire and going by the merch table, and I was able to get pretty close to the barrier. Anyways, so my absolute favorite band that was there was New Year's Day, and I went to their merch table earlier in the day because they were doing, because I wanted to find out if they were doing a signing, and they were, and the signing was free, but if you pre-ordered their album at their table, you got this pass, which has the code and the website on the back to redeem it at to get the music, but this pass would let you skip the line, which was yeah, I mean, if you like New Year's Day, you're probably gonna end up buying their album at some point. Might as well do it now and skip the line to meet them. It already has Killer or Be Killed on there, which I absolutely love the heavier direction they're going into. I love it so much. I love the music video for it. But anyways, and there was also a thank you video from the band just saying, oh, thank you for buying our album. Apparently you can keep checking back to the website on this card throughout the summer, and they'll be posting more music and more videos to that link, but only if you have this card. But I actually got this for $5 because I also bought a shirt from them, and they were doing a deal. If you buy a shirt for $20, then they cut in half the price of the album. So I got this kind of evil looking Snow White. Ooh, upside down. So I got this kind of evil looking Snow White. Yeah, it's a heart instead of an apple, and I was contemplating between Snow White, and they had this other really cute one where it was a skeleton, but it was a skeleton half head, so it had Ash's hair. It was all flowing all over the place, and it looked really cool, but I don't know. My school has a weird dress code where if it's too graphic on girls, they'll pull you over and say something about it. But I'm sure if a dude walked up in my school, he could get away with it. Because guys can, oh, side note, guys in my school can get away with wearing like skulls and like more edgier things, but girls can't. Even if like I cover my shoulders, I cover my boobs, and I just like cover every inch of skin, you know, it's not feminine or whatever, and they don't like it. But hopefully I can get away with this at school, because I love sporting music I listen to and the brands I'm interested in, because I feel like they're an extension of my personality and who I am and what I like. No shame in that. Rant over. So also, I got this poster for $5, and they all signed it. I can't read their signatures. I just assume they signed under like where their picture is on the tape, or where their picture is on the poster. And I got front row right against the barricade right in front of Nikki for their show, and got a pic from him. He threw it, and I got it sort of, well, it landed on the ground and I snatched that thing up. Oh my gosh, they were so good live. Like, I love the spot I got in front of Nikki, because if any of you guys have ever seen them play live, Nikki goes crazy. He's like swinging the guitar around. He's like drinking his Monster and then like spitting it on everybody. I mean, some people might find that gross, but I was like, yes. And it's got like the heaviness and like the theatrics that's like all like black and red and evil looking, but their music is super awesome, and you can like dance to it. You can jump around to it. You could like mosh to it. It's like perfect. Killer Be Killed. I love it. Speaking of new music, back as the Icon for Hire, they played a new song in their set called Now You Know. And they're also going in a different direction with their music. I mean, based off that one song. It's kind of got like a hip-hop vibe to it, which is not really my thing. And I was like, it took me a while to decide if I liked it. And I looked the song back up when I got home and actually like analyzed the lyrics, and oh my god, it is so good. It's pretty much what it's like to be a girl in the music world. They're definitely a lot more, it's like a very hard-hitting song, and recently they left their music label, which they explained on the video on their YouTube channel that record label was holding them back, and you can tell because this song, she is angry. She is calling people out. Good for you, Ariel. Also, I saw Pierce the Veil, Juliet Sims, Black Veil Brides. I went with my sister to see the acoustic show for Moose Blood and Neck Deep. Those aren't really like my, like, comes to turn like my personal music taste. They're not really my thing, but I will say Moose Blood has a really good voice, and Neck Deep put on a really good show. Like, they had, amongst like, of all the bands I saw, probably the highest amount of energy, like right next to, like them in New Year's Day. Probably had the absolute most engaging show. Like, the crowd was very engaged. So if you haven't gotten your tickets, get them now. $50 to see about, I think there's like 70 or 80 bands and YouTubers and clothing brands and stuff going. I mean, you could also pay $50 to see like a headlining act and a couple supporting acts. So I think it's a really good deal, and I'm losing my voice. Bring sunscreen, bring a hair tie. Dress as if you're going to take a vacation in hell. See ya.